Hello and welcome to PiscesMoon Astrology. I'm your astrologer, Kate Leonard, and I'm excited to explore the stars with you. I'm going to be coming to you weekly to bring you what I see as some of the major cosmic events for the week ahead. I do this so that we can all better plan our weeks so that we embrace the energy rather than work against it. And I'm so glad you're here. A tiny disclaimer before I get into this week, and it's worth it, I promise. Just wait through this. I am brand new to podcasting, not to astrology, fortunately, but to podcasting. So I ask that you bear with me while I work out all the technical glitches. And yes, if you'd rather see my content in written form, head over to PiscesMoon in Substack. I'll put the link below, and you can certainly read it without the background noise of my very, very busy street. So with all of that said, get your birth chart and find the house that is occupied by Leo. Where is Leo in your chart? Because that's where Venus is, and that's where this is going to be hitting you I don't want to say hardest because it's Venus. That's where you're going to be feeling it the most intensely. So first, we all know that Venus is all about love, relationships, harmony. She's about pleasure and connection, but she's also about money and art. And because I'm a medical astrologer, I have to point out that she's also about sugar cravings. Yes, she rules sugar and all sweet things. So if you're one of those sweet tooth people, as I am, especially if you're Taurus or Libra ascendant or moon in Taurus or Libra, both of the signs that she rules, watch out for sugar cravings. They may be a little intense this week. So here's the big deal. I'm not exactly sure when this podcast is going to go live, so this may have just happened, or it may just be about to happen. But Venus is being born as the evening star on July 27th. So what does that mean? We haven't actually been able to see Venus in the sky for a long time. She went cazimi, meaning she was in the exact degree and sign as the sun. We call that sitting in the heart of the sun. And when Venus is there, when any planet is there, we think of it as like a recharge, right? What they've been about gets kind of burnt off so that their new energy for their new cycle can come through. So it's a really exciting time. Unfortunately, we don't feel the full intensity of this new Venus right away. Any planet, when they're too close to the sun, can't be seen in the sky because the sun is brighter. And so we see the sunlight, and that outshines whatever planet is sitting really closely by. And in this case, that's been Venus. She came out of her very powerful cazimi, but then she had to move away from the sun so that she could be seen. And depending on what part of her cycle she's in, she's either born as the morning star or the evening star. And in this case, she's the evening star, which is very, very good for us. And what that means, if you're looking in the sky and want to find her, is after the sun just sets, we will see Venus. Evening star Venus is less frivolous. Think of the morning as like springtime energy. She's now coming through in the evening. She's a little bit darker, a little bit more internal, but she's still Venus, and she's in Leo. So she's going to be there for us, absolutely. And she's visible for the first time in a long time. That's what really matters. But think of her when she went through the heart of the sun as like burning off what was frivolous, those ideas that seemed good in the moment. I want to do this art project. Oh, he or she is cute. You know, those kind of Venusian things that are a little frivolous, those are gone. And she knows what she wants. She's had all of that stuff kind of distilled while she was with the sun. She's been thinking about it, working on it while she's been waiting for visibility, and now she's ready to act. So now, rather than go engage in some flirtation, she's going to go for that person that she wants, and she's going to make it happen. She may toss out some art projects that she was working on earlier on in the cycle, and now she knows what she wants to do. It is hers. It's from her heart, and she is going to get it. So this is a really exciting, really dynamic Venus, and I think we're going to all benefit from her visibility and her presence in our lives. All of those activities and those feelings, those maybe relationships, right? Those relationship startings, those artistic projects that have been right there, right? We've got it. We want to do this thing. We want to be with this person. We want to increase our income in this way, but we haven't quite been able to get that kickstart, to get that into motion. Now is the time. Now that Venus is bringing her light back to us and in her most emboldened form, those things are going to be starting to show up in our lives in much more tangible ways. So I think this is super exciting. I know that by far when I'm seeing private clients, relationships, love, is this the right person? When will the right person come about? Those are always either issue number 1 or 2 for most of my clients. And my answer to all of us right now is kind of right now. So that person you've been flirting with or thinking about, don't be surprised if one or both of you gets emboldened to go up and say the words, right? Like, hey, I like you, let's go out, or whatever it is. I know for some of you that means swipe left, swipe right, do a chat. I don't know what y'all are doing, but whatever it is, it will pick up some steam and some power. I'm really excited. As a lot of you know, I'm also a writer, and I have a lot of writer and artist friends. And this is a time when we're really going to be feeling that courage, right? The courage to make the art happen. So if those projects have been just feeling a little blah or getting kind of a slow start, or you keep meaning to, but not really sitting down to the keyboard or the journal or the canvas, whatever your thing is, now is the time that we're going to launch, right? It's the time when the goddess who rules that artistic energy, that artistic vision, she is in her strongest condition at this point. And things that have only been ideas or been a little tepid, just not taking off, they're going to take off with a big bold blast. I'm pretty sure of that. Now, another thing is, this is not all. You know, it's never, when I talk about these big astrological events for the week, it's never, nothing happens in a vacuum. You know, there are other planets going on. There are relationships between planets. I don't even want to get into things like asteroids and fixed stars and Arabic lots and all the other things that are doing things in our charts, right? There's a lot. But I do want to tell you about one thing that is happening on August 1st. So this is right after Venus is reborn in the night sky. She forms a tense relationship with Uranus. This is August 1st, and she forms a square. Now, that's a tense relationship, but ancient astrologers, for the most part, I think, felt that like any relationship is better than no relationship. So if there's no relationship, the planets don't share energy. There's nothing going on in that sense, right? You have to have, think of an argument between people, right? At least if you're arguing, if words are coming out, there's a possibility you can get to the right place. You know, you can get through that argument onto better ground. But if you're not speaking, there's just like this estranged nothing happening, right? So on August 1st, Venus is going to form a square with Uranus. What is Uranus? Uranus is freedom. Uranus is bold, unexpected action, rebellion. Whatever Uranus is, it's the thing you don't expect it to be, right? So forming with Venus, this is going to happen in those Venus areas of our life. So again, a relationship that suddenly goes a direction that you weren't expecting. Don't worry about that. Work with it, right? Work with it. That's Uranus shaking things up. And when Venus is involved, we expect that this is going to come out well. Venus is the lesser benefic, Jupiter being the greater benefic. So she brings good things. This just might take a little bit of negotiation, I don't know, or rethinking, or quick unexpected U-turns. This may happen with a lover, a close friend, your sister. Venus rules sisters, a woman in general. Venus rules women. It may happen in our art projects where all of a sudden we're sitting there writing or standing at the canvas and painting, and we set that thing on fire. We press delete and we're like, oh my gosh, now I get it. And we start our masterpiece, right? So don't be surprised if there's this wacky thing that happens. I love the aspect of Uranus that's about freedom. So this is freedom to love who you want, freedom to define that relationship the way you want to define it, freedom to step out of the box with your art, freedom to follow, what is that expression? I'm old, I should know this. Follow the beat of your own drummer, whatever that expression is. That Uranus gives us that. And I really feel with Venus involved, that's what we're going to be going through this week. So don't freak. Don't get all hysterical if something weird happens. Go with it. Work with it. What is that telling you? What door is that opening? What's it offering? How do we grow from negotiating that unexpected energy? And if you're one of the people feeling this urge to just do something differently, do it. Do it. Venus will reward you, and those Venusian things in your life will get better. I promise you. I promise you. And this is really good. This is for this week, we get these sort of good, exciting energies. I just do want to let you know that coming up not too far in the future, this empowered Venus is going to smack right into the retrograding Mercury. So I'll be talking to you about what that means. I don't want you to be afraid of Mercury retrogrades. That energy is right for some things. Revising how you're seeing the relationship, renegotiating things, revising art projects. That energy is good. It's just good for very specific things. And your computer might blow up in the process, but that's how the planets work. We'll deal with it. So thank you so much. I'm going to leave it there. I want to let you know that I will get better at the tech behind this podcasting thing. I really appreciate you hanging with me through these early episodes. Please, if you do not mind, if you wouldn't mind, will you subscribe? Will you like? Will you leave comments for me? I would love to hear what your experience is with astrology. Are you a brand new newbie person? Have you had your natal chart done and have kind of a bearing on that? And also, what topics would you like me to cover? I'll be doing the weekly forecast, no problem, but I could also talk about medical astrology and even do little mini astrology tutorials. I would love to hear what you would love to hear. So thank you. I'll be around again in about a week. I'm trying to get the schedule down, but I haven't figured out yet quite how long it's going to take me in editing and things like that. I am a one-person newbie show, so I'll do the best I can, but I'll have another episode up in about a week, no matter what. And again, I'm just super grateful. Go out and seize the energies of the stars. That is my wish for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.